Hey yo, I can barely move to go set up, but I really wanted to talk tonight. So, excuse the unprofessionalism from the bed, but my stomach is on absolute fire. And when I think of which sign has to do with your guts, I believe. I know Gemini's lungs, Cancer is heart, something like that. I want to say Virgo. Anyway, I am talking specifically about a transit tonight. The transit I want to go over is the one that's occurring today. It is Friday, February the 20th, the first day of Pisces season, the first full day. It started really today on the 19th, or yesterday on the 19th. You know, it's like a little bit after midnight right now. Venus squares, no, the other way around. Uranus. No, I'm totally lost, y'all. I'm thinking Taurus and Aquarius. Okay. Mars. Yeah, and Mercury retrograde is in its final day too. Thank goodness. Because I promise you, if you look past this last 3 weeks, I don't mess up so bad. That's just Mercury messing with me. But okay. Mars, that's in Taurus, is squaring Venus, that's in Aquarius. Okay. Why is this important? This is not hardly as, it is a strong aspect, or it's a strong transit. Square is definitely a strong aspect, but I would say still the Uranus and Saturn is way more stronger, and it's lasting longer because those are both outer planets. So Saturn is like the last inner planet that's more of an outer planet because it still takes 2.5 years to go through one sun. So it's going to be in Aquarius until 2022. Long story short, actually it's going to be in there until 2023, the very beginning of 2023. Long story short, going back to the transit really quickly before we talk about the Mars squaring Venus transit. I did the Saturn square Uranus transit on 3 days ago now. So that was Wednesday. I think it started on Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. It's been 3 days. I think it's gonna last like a few more days, and then the degrees will switch. Saturn will move on. Uranus will move on slowly. So anything in Taurus is going to take things a little slow because it's stubborn. It's going to do what it wants to do when it wants to do it. Mars is ruled by Aries and it's fast moving. Let me bounce back. This is about Mars squaring. I'm rubbing my stomach, y'all, as I talk. This is about Mars squaring Venus. And, I'm also stuttering a little bit because I'm just laying in my bed, no notes off the top of my head, trying to get these details in. Saturn squaring Uranus definitely took a toll on all the continents. We found another continent this week, or they did. The illusions are still in serious effect with Neptune. We're going into Pisces now, so it could be, higher vibing. It could be these low vibes coming in too. But there is huge change over Mother Nature right now, over the whole earth. The earth sign Taurus has to do with stubborn, so it's like the weather is stubborn right now. But Uranus is also a breakthrough, rebellious, revolutionary kind of energy. Planet, and Taurus is trying to hold back that a little bit. Saturn in Aquarius. Saturn is the more structured, you know, father figuring, reality checking kind of planet. And when it's in Aquarius, you know, I feel like we're being forced right now. The big change of this transit, that transit that I talked about, that I'm not trying to talk about with this one too much, and we're 5 minutes in. But basically, the planet Saturn, which is a reality checking kind of planet, but a responsibility kind of planet, you know, and me just watching one of the astrologers I watch again reminded me that responsibility can also mean respond to your abilities. So respond to your abilities. Those of you who are going through the breakdowns of of Mother Nature, of the earth. This also has to do a little bit with Big Pharma, and then I'm gonna move back into what I came here to talk about. But transits are really important. Transits matter. That's why I made that episode. Transits do matter over the collective and individually. So over the collective, those of you who are going through it, you might not want to hear this tough love from me. You know, that's my Capricorn moon. We learn how to compartmentalize our emotions. The moon has to deal with your emotions. I'm going all over the place, but I'm bringing this together. I'm giving you tough love for a reason. You know, Saturn rules Capricorn, so this is the fatherly. Even though I'm a feminine, you know, I still had this masculine energy about me that is like, tough it out. You could do it, even if you're a female or a male. You know, even if you have more femininity in you than masculinity. I have an even line of both in my chart. Anyway, those of you who are in Texas, or those of you who know people in Texas, it's time for them to really work together to pull things through. I was so upset that there were celebrities out here, you know, the Texas football team owners, the Texas players, Dallas, you know, all those teams, and then the celebrities from Texas. If the governor's going to leave it high and dry, or whoever that was, the mayor of one of that city, that Colorado city in Texas, if you're going to leave your city high and dry, I was on the fence with his comment, because it is time for us, that this goes with any politician, any celebrity that has money. We don't need to rely on them, rely on us. So individually, you got to make it up in your mind that you are going to push through this change in the best way possible. So going into Mars and Venus, this is the reality check that I had tonight, and this Mars squaring Venus. So we're not talking about Saturn's reality check, but then again, both of these transits are affecting us this week, right? On top of Mercury retrograde, but on top of Pisces season starting. But Venus being the planet of love, beauty, and finances, okay? Mars being the planet of action. Mars is in Taurus, and Venus is in Aquarius. Remember, we're going to be talking about these signs for a minute until actually Venus and Mercury will move into Pisces, because those are faster moving planets. The sun and the moon, you know, the moon moves all the time, but the sun will move into Pisces for 30 days. So we are making some changes, but these Aquarius energies are going to be layering on with Saturn and Jupiter for a minute, okay? But the Venus energy in Aquarius is like, Venus is the she wants you to know what you want and realize it. Then Mercury, even in retrograde, remember, you're reviewing everything. So it's like, with me tonight, I was really successful in making money really quickly tonight with Uber Eats, of all things. So I feel like that Taurus energy that has to do with, you know, wanting to get money and materialistic things, because while I was working, I was thinking, oh, I could buy this now. damn, I got this much tip. Okay, I can buy this now. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking that. And that's how kind of Taurus energy is. Very materialistic, but kind of like I'm going to do it when I want to do it. My whole intention going outside to do Uber Eats was, I was going to do it today, but I was like, And then out of nowhere, after I'm cleaning off my car and just trying to warm it up and take the ice block off of it, I said, I got a text from Uber, and they were like, yeah, we're paying all this money if you get out there because people don't want to clean off their cars and go fix something to eat and all this stuff. So I went for them. Made a good chunk of change in 3.5 hours. You can see the amounts on my Instagram. But long story short, that Venus had to do with finances. But while I'm doing this and thinking how easy it was to make money, it's not going to always be easy, right? It's not what I really want to do. However, it's kind of what I want to do because I don't want to work for anybody but myself. I don't need any boss pushing or talking behind me, saying, do this, do that. I push myself. I tell myself when I want to get off and when I want to go on. That's my whole newness that I'm moving into. That's just me, though. But long story short, this week you might have or will be, because we're in the last part of the week, feeling like you figured out what you wanted to do, especially with who you want to love and how you want to love them and how you want to look and how you want your finances to come in. That's all Venus. And Aquarius, she's giving us the detachment from the old ways that we wanted to love and look like and build our finances. And then Taurus comes in and says, you know what, well, I'm not going to move this fast, but it will move, You will get money. I'm not going to tell you how much. It might be good one day. It might be bad another. That's what Mars and Taurus is kind of doing. Like, Mars is definitely in most fire signs, it's moving you forward really quickly. In earth signs, it's definitely going to be a good outcome. In water signs, you might get a good rest because you're not doing much. When Mars was in Pisces last year, y'all. I don't know if y'all remember that. We couldn't get, that was last March, right when Mars also went retrograde for a few months. So that's why I was in Pisces for so long. But it was like we couldn't get nothing done with that pandemic starting. Plandemic. Anyway, I think that's all I want to say about that. So today we talked about transits. I only want to talk about one, but I had to talk about the other just to give a little more details from what I said last 3 days ago about Saturn squaring Uranus. The other transit that we just talked about and discussed was Mars squaring Venus. I'm definitely going to try to do short videos every day. I'm still lining up the videos for all those aspects, squares, conjunctions, oppositions, trines, sextiles, all those things. I'm going to have that ready definitely by next week or whenever Mars and Taurus tells me. Good thing Mars is moving into Gemini soon too. And the moon is in Taurus too, so our emotions are like whatever, whenever you feel like doing it. I've been quite lazy like a bull in the bed last 2 days, and I just up and said, okay, I'm going to make some money. And Taurus said, okay, let's go make some money. And Raina said, okay, surprise, this is how much money you're making. And Venus said, yep, I think you do want to do this. Astrology is cool, isn't it? I hope I explained it for me well. Hope you enjoyed looking at me do this in the laziest way possible. Gemini moon coming up like overnight tonight, so we'll definitely do a lot more thinking this weekend. This will be a good weekend for thinking and conversation, and I'll talk about that tomorrow. Peace.
الله تبارك الله. سعد الله صباحكم كل خير. اليوم الخميس 6/7/1442 جبال الظهر مركز علقان ما شاء الله تبارك الله. نزول الثلوج بكثافة ما شاء الله. اللهم صيبا نافعا.